What is going on, guys? Teriyaki back here finally again with another video for my ChiefsFanHan account, aka my YouTube Let's Play account. It's been about a couple weeks. That is my bad. Been kind of busy over the past couple weeks, work-wise and family reason-wise, so that is my fault. I got a couple random updates to kind of go over. Let's go to current farms. This is what my current farm technically looks like. It's mostly all Pillar 2 farms now, aside from Range Trooper. Once Range Trooper's done, I will pretty much delete this tab and go straight into Pillar 2 farms like this, because that's basically what I'll be at. Still currently farming Brood Alpha, and then I'll come back and finish Spy. Pretty dang close with Marin. Boba Fett's Slave 1 is almost done. Iden's TIE Defender getting there, at least towards the unlock. And then we'll have a decent Empire fleet. Barris done. I added Rex kind of to the guild shop farms because I'm farming a second fleet now, which is an endurance, kind of like an endurance timeout-ish style fleet, but it's also going to require me to farm the Marauder and at least 3 of the Bad Batch. So that's just some things I'm going to be adding as side farms for right now, or at least that specific, those 3 characters and that specific ship. Squad Arena area, Mace is done, Asajj is almost done. Night Sister Zombie, still got a ways to go, but I would say pretty much almost done. We had a General Grievous finally pop up in the shop. Speaking of which, I can actually just go and delete those and just put Grievous there, because that's technically all I have left to really farm from the fleet shop. And we are working towards our unlocks for Pillar 2 technically as of now, which is Grandmaster Yoda and Commander Luke Skywalker. We are actually going to do one of those today, which is Grandmaster Yoda. If we go to my teams, we'll go to where my Jedi are at. We got this squad right here. They're all Gear 9. They've all got, not all of them have full mods on them, but they all do have mods on them, pretty okay-ish mods. Mace doesn't have all of his abilities leveled up as high as I can get them, but everybody else does. But that's also because I don't have the credits currently to finish out Mace. I would do a 2-for-1 if I had the credits. I would actually finish leveling up the CLS Rex and getting them to Gear 9 as well. But again, I am out of credits, so I can't do that. So these 2, as you can see, Stormtrooper Han, technically 7 stars. Farm Boy Luke is also technically 7 stars. I just don't have the credits to level them up all the way. I do have a feeling that I would have to level up Old Ben, but that's besides the point now. We're still going to try and see how far we can get in the Grandmaster Yoda Legendary event. And then another update as I scroll up right here. We have our second Zeta in Merciless Massacre on Vader. Again, the mods aren't the best because it's what GI Optimizer is putting on them to meet certain requirements right now anyways. Once I get more mods coming in and more credits to be able to work on my mods, I'll start changing everybody's mods. But I mean, it's not a bad set, but it's not a good set either. So I mean, it does what it needs to do. Like these 3 teams are like my teams right now, so yeah. Anyways, let's get into our wrong thing. Let's get into our journey guide here. Let's hit up Grandmaster Yoda here. So we're gonna have a little bit of an issue with at least 2 of them when we hit the 7 stars, but we are going to try and get all the way up to 7 stars. Switcheroo some of these around. The funny thing is, like, all 4 of these bad boys are tanks. Honestly, should be a cakewalk up to at least like level, I want to say level, or not level, like tier 5, 6 should be a cakewalk. But once you get to 6, 7, I think it'll be a lot harder. But I do know this is one of the easiest journeys in the game, aside from like Thrawn. Well, Thrawn's not really one of the easier, but if you know how to do it and if you have Captain Rex, it becomes one of the easiest ones in the game. Emperor Palpatine is definitely, I consider, the easiest one. And then after we do this, they'll kind of go over the he missed. There we go. Once I'm also done with this thing, I'll probably go and show you the mods that were actually on them and where their abilities were at. Not necessarily go over them like I would normally, just to keep the video kind of short. Why do I feel like that was easier than the last tier was? Wish that would work. And kill. Alright, here we are on tier 6. I think this is where Yoda gets extra Jedi. Yep. Let's go. Wham bam, thank you ma'am. Let's get the extra attack in. Let's see if we can... Yeah, we definitely... Not necessarily quad, what would you actually call that? Octagon? Octo killed GMY. Alright, let's see if we can actually get the last tier done. I think that's... I mean, we still might be able to just because Anakin does have some damage. But I don't think we're going to be able to do it justice. I don't know, we'll see. I'm going to try and focus all in on GMY here. See if... Oh yeah. Get everybody in there. That's definitely going to take a lot longer. Let's, I don't want Yoda to... Let's get a taunt going. I was hoping that would stun. Yeah, deflect that boy. I don't necessarily need to do that yet. Yeah, get out of here, Annie boy. Alright, looks like we're actually able to do this, so I'm just gonna throw it on auto. Thank God the auto button is fixed. Alright, so we actually got all 7 stars of Yoda. And more crystals. Alright, that is that. So our next journey will technically be this bad boy, so we'll put that on there. And I will not unlock that just yet because I do kind of want to go in here and... So this is where my Anakin was currently at, ability and level and gear wise with mods. Not really the best of mods around, but we got a 9-speed normal thing there, a 5-speed, a 7-speed, and another 5-speed. Our Mace Windu, kind of okay-ish, just 5s and 4s. Old Ben, again with the 5s and 4s, probably got, okay, that's still a 5-speed. I was thinking that was probably like a 6 or a 7. Kanan still has like the mods that he had on him when I did the Thrawn event or Thrawn journey and Palpatine journey, and this is what I had for my General Kenobi. Again, not gonna take. Well, I'll take this mod further when I. Thank God I actually have more credits now. And then this mod I needed to take more, so I will actually go and level up both of these to the max. I actually need a different mod here. It's supposed to be a health mod, but that's besides the point. And that is kind of where we're at right now with General Kenobi. Those are also all the mods, and then we can kind of see where they're at. Everything else wise down here, speed and all that. 155 for Kanan. Old Ben, 175. Mace, 173. Anakin should be pretty quick at 193, almost 200. Next, we'll definitely be working on our CLS journey, but also with getting GMY, that gives us the ability to work on this team right here, which is my first territory war team that I planned on working on. That requires Keller and Beck's Omicron, but that'll probably be either my first or second Omicron. It just depends on if I want to do Poggles first or Beck's first. We'll see when we get there, or maybe I'll save until I can do both of them at the same time. That way I don't have to be like, which one should I do? But I'll have to level up Barris, Grandmaster Yoda, and Keller and Beck. But that'll be my first. These two will be my first big territory war teams besides the three up here. I do need to actually. So now with GMY pretty much being done, I can start taking some characters from the minimum gear requirements that they were set at to higher gears, like the Hera team or the Phoenix team was minimum gear 8, and then with the Jedi team being to get GMY was minimum gear 9, even though you could do it lower than that technically. I took Kanan up to gear 9 just for that. V Troopers were all technically gear 8 for the R2 event, but I didn't use a full team or a full Imperial Troopers team for it because I used a mixture of Emperor Palpatine, Thrawn, Vader. I actually believe I used this whole team right here on the last tier, if I remember correctly, and then a Moff Gideon and Dark Trooper, like all the way up until like a certain point, and then I ended up using this team as like the last team to unlock R2. We're also slowly working on our bounty hunter team. And then our next big work is gonna be the CLX requirements, obviously. Taking Farm Boy Luke and Stormtrooper Han, unlocking him and taking them both up to 7 stars. And then taking them up to, I want to say, at least level 83 and then gear 9. So I can leave Obi-Wan, Old Ben as is, but I need to take him up to at least like level 83. But I've been sitting where they're at for a pretty long time, mostly because I am in a credit crunch, but I'm also not in a big guild. So we're not doing big raids or anything like that. We're still stuck on like normal Sith raid. So I'm stuck with doing that right now. Eventually, when I get, so I'm thinking when I get CLS unlocked, this like first version right here unlocked with Geos unlocked and like close to like gear 8, 9, 10, then I'll probably start searching for another guild that's doing at least Heroic Sith, or at the very, very highest, at least for me, to very highest, the speeder bike raid. And then Dark Side Geo and Light Side Hoth is like my next goal. I know you guys can say, oh, just go back to LLT, but nah. I don't want to go back to LLT with that, to be honest. Like, it would be nice, but at the same time, I don't want to go back to LLT. Other than the Zeta and the GMY. Speaking, let's do this for the video. Get the little green boy unlocked. And 2 7-stars. I will not level him up yet though. I don't have mods to put on him, so I will not level him up yet. Because that will hurt my mod score, because if I remember correctly, my mod score was, last time I checked, which was like a few days ago, was a 2.0 with the crappy mods that I have. But yeah. Anyways, honestly, it might be lower than that now just because I went and leveled up a lot of these people and throwing some random mods on them too. Especially like Bosk and Grief Karga. I do kind of want to unlock these two, but at the same time I want to wait a little bit. But yeah, that is actually going to be the end of this specific video. A little side note before I end it is most of these teams here kind of go up to pillar 3 for like teams to build. Because I was like kind of going in order of like what teams I can build so I can add them to my farm guide videos when I get there, because just looking at the pillar in general, it's just like I can do these teams and then these teams get updated. I can add this team gets updated, so on and so forth. And as those teams get updated, I'll delete certain teams, like, so like say for instance CLS version 1 here, when I unlock another character for CLS, like I think I have one down here, we got version 2 with Chewbacca, because of the bounty hunters at that point should be able to get me a 5-6 star Chewbacca, hopefully 7-star. And then pillar 4-5 will be like when we get version 3, which will probably have C3PO over R2, and then at that point we'll just be waiting on Chupio. And I also think, yep, it is exactly time for one of my last, not my last reset, but one of my last resets of the day. So I can go back in and pick these up. And then I can then I can go and try and end the video. Let's grab these bad boys. Alright, one thing I want to explain with this, it's not intentional to be over the maximum with these, but because of my work schedule, I have no choice but to let it go over max, because when my reset happens, I usually do my daily, like it happens when I'm sleeping. So when I wake up and I get to work, I have like probably about 30 to 40 minutes before I have to clock in. I'll do all my dailies on this account, like my start of the day dailies on this account right then and there, and then my energy just builds over throughout the day. And then on my refreshes, I log back in, collect my energy, do the store purchases, and then log back out. And then next if refresh, I pick up my energy, store refreshes, and then log back out. And then when I get home, which is usually about this specific refresh, I'll do that one, and then I have one more refresh at the end of the day. Sometimes if I remember, I'll actually do a couple battles here and there, but during work days, I leave it alone and just do it the next day. So like I said, it's not intentional to leave it like that, but at the same time, it seems like it's intentional, but because of the work schedule that I have and where my reset and the guild resets tends to happen. But anyways, this is going to be the end of the video. We got Grandmaster Yoda unlocked. You guys seen that I have my second Zeta already put on, so we have 2 Zetas already. We have Lost Commander for Rex, and then Merciless Massacre for Vader. Third Zeta is going to be Piet when I actually get him unlocked, and then 4th Zeta is going to be Veers. And then after that, I gotta start relook and do my other Zetas. I think I think the 6th Zeta will be Bosk, honestly. But anyways, again, before I start getting off track, I'm going to end the video right here. As always, thanks for watching. I'll catch y'all in the next one.